Welcome you all again for the thermodynamic lecture series. So in the previous lectures we have discussed about constant volume process, but in this today's lecture we are going to see about constant. So as we all already discussed about the non-flow processes, so today we are going to only discuss about the constant pressure process. So in this constant pressure process, the pressure is constant throughout the process. Okay, by varying its temperature, volume and entropy, but the pressure in the processes remains constant throughout the process. So that process is called as constant pressure process, or otherwise it is called as isobaric process. So the basic concepts behind the constant pressure processes. So consider a piston cylinder arrangement. So in that piston cylinder arrangement, the piston is loaded with a spring loaded. The piston is a spring loaded, that is not with some springs, and that springs are actuated by adding some weights. Okay, so when that cylinder is filled with full of gas, when we heat the gas at constant pressure, okay, so by maintaining that constant pressure, by varying your weights, we can maintain the constant pressure inside the cylinder. By varying that, gas can varying its volume and the temperature is keep on increasing. So that process is said to be a constant pressure process or isobaric process. As we all know about this PV diagram and TS diagram, so when we say it is a constant pressure process, then the process 1 to 2 will be a vertical line to the axis of y, which consisting of pressure, and it should be a parallel line to your x-axis. It consists of volume. Okay, so 1 is the initial state of the gas and 2 is the final state of the gas. In the initial state we are measuring at the pressure, and the final state also we are measuring the pressure. So these both conditions are same at P1 is equal to P2 in this constant pressure process. Okay, so work done. So as we all know that the work done can be taken out from your PV diagram, and the heat transfer can be taken out from your TS diagram. Okay, so in the constant pressure process, when we keep the pressure as constant, but the temperature is keep on increasing, with also increase in entropy takes place inside the cylinder. Okay, so thereby it exists both work done and heat transfer in a constant pressure process. So the condition for the constant pressure process is P1 is equal to P2 if the states are, initial states are 1 and final states are 2, then the condition becomes P1 is equal to P2, and it exhibits both work done and heat transfer in your isobaric process. So that's all about the basic principle behind in your constant pressure process. So here, as I already discussed, what are all the initial states and what are all the final states. P1 and P2 are the pressure at the initial and the final states. T1 and T2 are the temperature at the initial and the final states. And S1 and S2 are the entropies. V is nothing but your volume. Here exhibits work done and heat transfer. Okay, so for this, basic thermodynamic properties are pressure, volume, temperature. So based on that, we are going to derive a relationship between pressure, volume, temperature, and some of the basic thermodynamic parameters we are going to derive for the constant pressure process. So these are all the expressions we are going to derive in this lecture. So first one is, we need to derive a relation between pressure, volume and temperature by using your ideal gas equation. As we all know, what is the ideal gas equation? So ideal gas equation is PV is equal to mRT, where P is pressure, V is volume, M is mass, and R is characteristic gas constant, and T is temperature. Okay. The next one is work done by the gas. Then work done by the gas is integral of pressure into change in volume. Okay, so from that equation we can derive work done. And change in internal energy, as we all know, delta U is your change in internal energy, which is equal to mass into specific heat capacity at constant volume into change in temperature. And heat transfer, from the first law of thermodynamics, Q is equal to W plus del U, so we can derive heat transfer. And change in enthalpy, and from the Gibbs function H is equal to U plus PV, by differentiating and integrating the equation we can find it out change in enthalpy. And change in entropy also we can derive from the first law of thermodynamics in terms of volume and temperature. From that base equation we can derive, applying the condition for constant pressure process, yet to derive this change in entropy for constant pressure or isobaric process. So let's see one by one. So first one, we are going to see about what is constant pressure process relation for PVT. Okay, so as we all know, PV is equal to mRT, then PV by T equal to constant. That M and R are constant. M is mass and R is characteristic gas constant. Both are constant. In the initial and the final states, both are constant. M and R are constant. So I am writing the equation PV by T is constant for this process. And again, as we all know, it is a constant pressure process. P1 is equal to P2. So apply this condition. What you can get? I can write this equation as P1 V1 by T1 is equal to P2 V2 by T2. So in this process, pressure is equal. So I am neglecting P1 is equal to P2. So I am cancelling these two terms. Then our equation will be V1 by T1 is equal to V2 by T2 here. So for my convenient, I am rearranging it. So we can write V1 by V2 is equal to T1 by T2. Otherwise, this equation can be rewritten as V2 by V1 is equal to T2 by T1. So this is your simple relation for your constant pressure process in terms of volume and temperature, neglecting your pressure because the pressure is constant in this case. So next one is work done by the gas. So I already know the work done during any process is given by the simple relation work done is equal to integral of pressure into change in volume with the states. For the initial state is 1 and the final state is 2. So integrating this, what we can get, the pressure is constant, remain constant in this process. So keeping out this pressure outside, then integral of change in volume is volume from the upper limit to the lower limit. Upper limit is 2 and the lower limit is 1. Substitute your upper limit and your lower limit. Okay, before substituting this upper limit and lower limit, I can set that the pressure remains constant. See how it varies here. Okay, as we all know, this is a basic relation, ideal gas equation, PV is equal to mRT. I am applying the initial condition P1 V1 is equal to mRT1. These M and R are constants, so we need not to number it. Then at the second condition, P2 V2 is equal to mR into T2. Here is also same conditions it's apply. So it is at initial conditions this equation and at the final condition this equation. But we know that in constant pressure process P1 is equal to P2. That is, I can replace this P1 and P2 as just simple as P because the pressure is same throughout this process. Okay, so I can write PV1 is equal to mRT1 and PV2 is equal to mRT2 only for constant pressure process. Okay, so I am keeping a pressure outside. So if you multiply P into V2, P into V1. Okay, so P into V2 is mRT1 and P into V1 is mRT2. So I can write it as work done is equal to mass into characteristic gas constant into change in temperature. So this is your formula for constant pressure process. Next one is change in internal energy. So change in internal energy is delta U is equal to mCV into dt. Okay. So again, mass and specific heat capacity at constant volume are constant. So we can keep it outside. So mass into specific heat capacity at constant volume, keep it outside. Then the integral of change in temperature is nothing but your temperature T. So integral of dt is T to the upper limit 2 and the lower limit 1. Substituting that limits, you can get delta U is equal to mCV into T2 minus T1. So this is your change in internal energy for your isobaric process. So next one is heat transfer. So again, from the first law of thermodynamics, we know that work done plus internal energy is your heat transfer. For constant pressure process, our condition will be P1 is equal to P2. Okay. By applying this condition, we already obtained work done in the previous slides and also internal energy from the previous slides. So work done is P into V2 minus V1, or otherwise this work done can be said as mR into T2 minus T1. Delta U is equal to mCV into T2 minus T1. Just I am applying these two equations in this heat transfer formula. Then what you can get, Q is equal to P into V2 minus V1 plus mCV into T2 minus T1. Just I am replacing this all the terms in terms of temperature. I am just replacing PV2 is equal to mR into T2 and PV1 as mRT1. So in that relation M and R are constant. So taking outside, you can rearrange the equation that it becomes Q is equal to mR into T2 minus T1 plus mCV into T2 minus T1. So considering these two equations, M and T2 minus T1 are constants. Okay, so same, not constant. This M and T2 minus T1 are same in these two terms. So you take it outside, then you will get Q is equal to M into T2 minus T1. The remaining terms will be R plus CV. Okay, So according to the characteristic gas constant, R is equal to the difference between your heat capacities, specific heat capacities. So that is Cp minus Cv. So we can write R plus Cv, which is equal to Cp. Okay, so this R, the Cv comes this side, then this R plus Cv is Cp. Just replace the Cp in this equation. Your final heat transfer for your constant pressure process is Q is equal to mCp into T2 minus T1. So next one, change in enthalpy. So change in enthalpy is from the Gibbs function, H is equal to U plus PV. When you differentiate and integrate in any equation, that meaning it won't be different. Okay, so just I am going to do in a Gibbs equation. So first I am differentiating the above equation, that is dH is equal to du plus d into PV. Then I am going to integrate this equation with the limits 1 to 2 from the states 1 to 2. So integration of dH is h, then upper limit to the lower limit is h2 minus h1. In the similar way, integral of the internal energy du is u, upper limit is 2 and lower limit is 1. In the similar way, integral of differentiation of integral will get cancelled. So PV, upper limit to the lower limit is P2 V2 minus P1 V1. So here it is a constant pressure process. So P2 V2 can be written as PV2. P1 V1 can be written as PV1. What is PV2? PV2 is again MRT2. PV1 is again MRT1. Okay, just I am replacing these terms in terms of T1. As we all know, delta U is mCV into T2 minus T1. Just this is delta U, so I can replace this equation. Okay. So from the previous equation, I am taking out MR outside. Okay, so then this equation will be H2 minus H1 is equal to M into CV T2 minus T1 plus MR into T2 minus T1. So considering these two terms, M T2 minus T1, M T2 minus T1 are same. Okay, so you take it outside, then your equation will be H2 minus H1 is equal to M into T2 minus T1 into CV plus R. So as we already know, the difference in the specific heat capacity is your characteristic gas constant. So from that relation, we can write Cp is equal to R plus Cv. Just replace this Cv plus R as Cp. Then your delta H becomes M into Ct2 minus T1. Okay, so this is your change in enthalpy formula for a isobaric process. Then final one is change in entropy. So this relation, this change in entropy relation is derived from the first law of thermodynamics in terms of volume and temperature. Okay, so just in this relation, we need to apply a constant pressure process condition. Okay, so from the PVT relation, P1 V1 by T1 is equal to P2 V2 by T2. So we can apply constant pressure process. P1 is equal to P2. Since we get the reduced equation as T2 by T1 is equal to V2 by V1. Just I am replacing this T2 by T1 instead of this V2 by V1. What we can get? So just ds equal to mr ln V2 by V1 plus mCv into ln of V2 by V1. So considering these two terms, m ln V2 by V1, m ln V2 by V1 is common. So these two terms, the common terms can be taken outside. Then your equation becomes m ln V2 by V1 into R plus Cv. I already told that this R plus Cv can be written as a specific heat capacity at constant pressure, Cp. So your final equation for change in entropy for a constant pressure process is delta is equal to mCp ln of V2 by V1. So this equation can be written as, since V2 by V1 is T2 by T1, so we can change this equation and we can written as ds equal to mCp into ln of T2 by T1. So this is your change in entropy equation for a constant pressure process or isobaric. Thank you.